channel, The Transparent Homeschool. My name is Beth, and today I have just kind of accumulated a bunch of resources around me, and I want to show you what I do with my 3-year-old during our school day. In my recent videos, I had kind of talked about how this year is her first official year of learning with us as the group. Now, that doesn't mean that she has her own workbooks of the things that the kids are doing, but she is around us all the time, and she does have her own little activities to do. Having said that, I do try to get at least 30 minutes of undivided attention with her, and that usually comes after the kids have finished their math and things like that, where I'm kind of needed for them, and they're off doing their independent work and their reading. That's when I spend the time focusing on her. So the things that I've collected that I'm going to show you today are just things that we go through. We don't go through everything every single day. I kind of pick and choose what we do, but she seems to enjoy it so far. And so I'm just going to show you kind of what I have here. I will link what I can below in the comments, but a lot of these things I've had for a long time, but a few of them I did get just this year. So let me just show you kind of what we use for homeschooling my 3-year-old. So the first thing I want to show you is our Melissa and Doug stuff. We have 4 things that we use on a regular basis that she absolutely loves to use the right way, and she likes to use it just for fun. And that's fine with me because I want to make sure she's doing it right the first time. And then once she kind of gets bored with, doing what it's intended to do, then she can use it however she likes. So the first one is their lacing set. And I love this because it comes with these boards of animals, and I think there's other themes of this that you can get. There might be a car one or something, but they're just nice sturdy boards. And then it comes with these laces over here on the side, and they're all different colors to match the outside color. And we will do usually about one of these boards the right way, and then she'll get bored, and then she'll just start kind of playing around with it, and I'm okay with that. But she really likes using this one. The next thing is, this is a new purchase, and it's just a number puzzle, but we haven't gotten past 10 yet, but she just likes to take these apart. That's why they're on top. But it's 1 through 20, and it is basically just the number on the side, and then the picture of how many things it is. And so they come apart, and we just go through the number, we count this, and then we put it together and we go on. And she really likes that. Like I said, once we do 1 through 10, I don't really expect her to do 11 through 20 yet. But she just likes to take them apart, and then she'll tell me what the pictures are. And that's good too. So the next thing we have is their word puzzles, I suppose. I don't really know what to call them, but a lot of them are CVC words, but then they have a few 4-letter words too. And then they have these letters. There was a cover that came over it, but we lost it, and so these fall out all the time, and it's a pain, but I'm sure I'll figure something out. But we do about 1 or 2 of these, and then she kind of gets bored, and then she just, I don't know, plays with the letters, and sometimes she loses them. So, like I said, this is a problem with it being open, but she really likes that. Our favorite thing right now, though, from Melissa and Doug is this sequencing set, is probably what I would call it. And so basically what it is you open it, and it has all of these patterned boards, and it has a little slot here where you can stand it up, and it has these pegs, and you put them in the holes, and then you duplicate the pattern on here using all of the shapes down here. And she will sit there. This is the only activity that she will actually use the way it's supposed to for the longest amount of time. But then, all on her own, what she likes to do is she likes to put all of the pegs in the holes, and then she likes to sort them by color. And I didn't tell her to do this. I didn't ask her to do this. This is one of her favorite activities, but I love it because, again, it's educational, it's sorting. She gets to learn about all of the different shapes and things like that, but she does it by herself, and usually she gives the purple one or the red one or the green one, blue one, whatever, to each of myself, my son, and my daughter, and she pretends that they're popsicles, which is really fun. And so this is probably our favorite Melissa and Doug resource right now, and I encourage you, if you have a creative child, this this has lots of like applications, so this is a good one. The next thing that I am trying to teach her this year, and this kind of came out of necessity because over the summer, at the end of last year too, but mostly over the summer, I noticed that she loves scissors. She loves just using them the way that she thinks scissors are supposed to be used, and so I figured this would be a perfect time to teach her how to actually use scissors. And so one of her favorite things to do is to cut, and so I have a whole like stack of just scrap paper, you know, of things I've printed and things like that that we're not using anymore, or just whatever. I allow my son or daughter, it depends on the day, I think we alternate days, but they get to draw lines on a piece of paper, and that way they feel like they're like giving her something to do, which is fun, that they get to be involved in that too. But basically, we will sit down and I'll teach her how to hold the scissors correctly, where to place the other hand, and then I'll just let her go. And she does a good job cutting the lines. We usually do about 2 pages per day, and then that's kind of her max, because then she starts cutting up the little pieces and they get everywhere, and then it's like I have to either vacuum, or then we have to spend like 10 minutes cleaning up all these tiny minuscule pieces of paper, and I'm not into that. So 2 pages is kind of like her max on cutting. So this is one thing that she absolutely loves doing as well. The other thing I want to mention is if you guys are familiar with Usborne Books, they have a whole bunch of these like painting books, and they have like a fingerprint like stamp pad. And so this is, I mean, essentially busy work for her, but it's great. And so there's no paint involved in this. What it is it has this like fold out page, and then you put it behind the page that you're using so it doesn't bleed through. And all you do is give your kids like a little bowl of water and a paintbrush, and the paint is already on the page. And so like this keeps her busy for a long time. And so I give her this maybe when I need to focus really like all of my attention on another child, or we're doing something that I really can't stop to like help her do something else. I give her this, and they have like sticker books. They have, oh my goodness, they have so many great like craft books that like probably not toddlers, but like 3-4-year-olds can utilize during your school. So definitely check that out and see what that could mean for your homeschool. The next thing I have to show you guys are her tracing pages. I just went on Google and I printed out a bunch of different things for her to trace, and then I laminated them. And so I have got like shapes here. This is cool. I found like an editable like name one that you can like put their name in and then it like shows up. So she likes doing this and the shapes, and I have just like an ABC one and a 1, 2, 3 one. And then this is one of her favorites right now, is the line page. And so this is all different like styles of lines, and then just straight ones. And then here's another one of her name. She's not really like, again, proficient at tracing her name yet, but she's getting there. But again, we do at least one of these every day. And I sometimes like, I'll rotate basically. So one day we'll do the shapes in her name. The next day we'll do letters and her numbers and things like that. But then to kind of go along with that, the Good and the Beautiful blog has these really pretty alphabet printouts for free. And so what I kind of use them for is, since this one is basically more or less kind of how I form letters, I'll have her trace these. And again, they're a little bit smaller than the ones on the one from Google, but I figured it's really pretty, and she likes to point out the cat and everything like that. So she'll do this, and then we'll just use this page and these cutouts. They're like capital and lowercase letters, and she'll match them on where they go. It's kind of like a little game for her. But then the last thing I have is this really pretty alphabet printout that has like the different animals that start with the letter, and we'll just go through and we'll name like the animals. So we'll say like A alligator, and we'll go on and we'll do the whole thing. So having her own like laminated sheets where she can use a dry erase marker and learn like her pen control and everything like that, it's really helpful for me, because then I don't have to keep like printing out pages and stuff. We'll just erase it and we'll use it the next day. The next thing I have to show you is one of her probably her favorite thing to do. And again, this has kind of become an issue because she'll get into these without my knowledge. And we had an issue last year where she was just like losing a bunch of the pieces, and it was just a big mess. So I call them busy books. Basically what they are binders of like pages that I printed off. Now I bought a whole bunch of like different things from Teachers Pay Teachers, and I will link where I got these because they're really fun and they're really educational. And so there's like this is the ABC numbers and the shapes book. And so at the beginning of the year I sorted them kind of like into categories. So like this book is about that, this book is about matching, and this book is about colors. And so last year I had one of those like massive binders, and I had all of these sheets in there, and I had all of the bags with all of the little pieces in there, and she kept getting into them and like mixing them up, and she lost a whole bunch of pieces. And so this year I thought putting them into smaller like binders would probably be better. So to keep that like craziness under control, we split up like the whole big binder into 3 smaller binders. And then I went onto Amazon and bought these 3 ring pouches with like the zipper. Let's see here. And then I put just a few bags in like each one. Each binder has 2. And then the following pages behind it. And so she loves doing this. Absolutely one of her favorite things. She can go and like grab one of these books if I ask her to, and then she'll do maybe 1 or 2 pages by herself. The kids also love helping her do this because they get to be bossy a little bit. You know, kids love doing that. And so they will like tell her like which page to do, and they'll sit there with her and work through them together. And I think that's pretty sweet. But she loves doing the busy books, and so I will link where I got these in the comments. The last thing I have to show you guys are the Usborne Wipe Clean books. I know I spoke earlier about the Usborne like craft books and stuff, and those are really great too, but these are really just like focused areas. So like they have a whole bunch of different ones. These are just the ones that I have for her age. I have, oh my goodness, I have telling time, money, words. I have a lot of different kinds of wipe clean books from Usborne, but these again are just the ones, and a lot of them I've had for quite a few years. You can tell that they are loved, but they still hold up, and they are still worth every penny that I paid for them. So she does this one, which is the first numbers. She does beginning pen control, capital letters. This has nothing but capital letters, and then this are like a mixture of capital and lowercase letters. And then this is just shapes and patterns. And so again, we won't do every one of these books every day. We'll kind of like mix it up. We'll do a variety, see what she likes. But right now, her favorite books are the pen control. And basically what this is, again, oh, we forgot to clean that page off. Well, there you go. Again, there's just like these dotted lines, and then that's just practicing pen control. It's basically just doing lines, and I mean, they're not doing anything really, making little ovals and things like that. So that's one of her favorites right now. And the first numbers is also one of her favorites because she loves this first page, where we get to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 through 10 over here. And then she makes the numbers. But then there's also different like activities that you can do. We don't really do the activities right now just because she's 3 and she doesn't really know. But she does like to still trace all of the numbers in here. And there are dotted lines that she can still trace in. So other than that, I mean, we don't really do anything else. She is out and about with us during our school day. She hears everything that we're doing. She sometimes will sit down and watch us do math together. She also likes to do reading as well. And we have like board books for her. And we'll get her set up in her bed with like blankets and pillows and everything. So it's not necessarily like a punishment. But, you know, sometimes when our 3-year-olds get really rambunctious and we're really trying to focus, sometimes we just kind of need them to be occupied somewhere else. Just for a little while. And so that's what I do. I'll put her in there with a whole bunch of books, and she'll read to herself and read to her friends, aka her stuffed animals. And I mean, she just has the best time. That's all I have to show you guys. We don't do all of this every day. We pick and choose. Sometimes I let her choose. If she'll just like bring me something, I let her do it. That way she's kind of owning what she wants to do and feeling independent in that way. But I will sit down with her, like I said, every day, and we will do some sort of cutting or tracing or something like that. And I just have my attention on her. So that is something I do try to do every single day, just to kind of, you know, make her feel part of the whole like homeschool group, because a lot of the day I am focused on the older two just because they need me to. But I know she won't be 3 forever, and sooner than later she is going to be part of the actual homeschool group, and it blows my mind to even think about that. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you have a 3-year-old with olders, you know, and you're trying to like multitask and divert attention, I feel you. We're gonna get through this together, and it's gonna be fun. This is one of my favorite ages ever because they're just so curious about everything and they like to learn, and a lot of these things are just fun. I mean, it's fun for them to kind of discover what they know and to learn new things. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.